where are you right now? Yeah. In closing, maybe what you can share to our viewers who are in the same path where you are right now. What can you tell them?
Like what I mentioned a while ago, no, during the time that I was in the ordeal, all I wanted was to bounce back to who I was before. But the Lord's plan through the pruning is for me to be a better person. So there were a lot of unhealthy practices from before that, by God's grace, I was able to veer away from.
Yeah.
I was able to, it may sound very cliche, but I was able to grow through the things that I went through. No?
Yeah.
Parang, diba, they say grow through what you go through.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so I would say, by God's grace, I was able to do that. And I think in terms of being more secure in God's love,
Yeah.
I know that God's love is unconditional. Identity is not based on what people
Think.
think. Yeah. So the people pleaser factor, I would not say, of course, that it's 100% gone. But I am working towards parang becoming less and less of being a people pleaser and more of being a God pleaser, I would say. Yeah. There are also a lot of things that I have learned throughout the journey. In terms of healing, I would say that I am still healing. I am still in the process of navigating some of the issues that I encountered or I struggled with. So there is still struggle, of course. And I think there will still be struggle until the day we meet God.
Right.
So there's no, parang here on earth, wala namang perfect. So we will only be perfect when we're already there with the Lord. But I have learned so many things that I would not have learned if I did not go to that rock bottom experience. And again, it may sound cliche, but I realized that in situations wherein Jesus is all you have, you realize that Jesus is enough. Yeah. Kasi parang before I would cling on to the achievements, to the how people perceive me, to all the trophies. But when all of those were taken away from me, I realized that, okay, it doesn't, God's love is not based on what I can give Him or what I can do for other people. But God's love is because I am His child.
Yeah.
And that's it. Yeah. So maybe that's what I learned about myself.
Thank you for sharing that. How about from the medical perspective, Dr. Iris? What else can you say to our viewers? Is this something that no one can overcome, or this is something that anyone can overcome?
Okay. From a medical perspective, no, siguro I wanna address people who may be experiencing right now emotional distress or struggle. Particularly, is you're quite Christians, no?
Yeah.
Christians, non-Christians, but Christian suffering, ganyan. First is, you're not less of a person if you are feeling very anxious, very depressed, having panic attacks, no? That doesn't make you less Christian, less of a person. And baka it would help if you would also put the last two words like right now. I'm feeling very down right now. So it's a right now thing. It's not a permanent thing.
Yeah.
Yes. And then another encouragement is to medyo mahirap pero to try to come out of hiding. So like tell at least one or tell God, syempre. Tell one safe person no about what you're actually feeling
Yeah.
or going through. Yun. And to echo yung sinabi rin ni Jen na yun parang as is where is, you are loved ba? Parang you are in this very rock bottom. You cannot perform as you were performing before. You cannot be in your ministry right now. It's okay.
It's
God
okay.
cares for
Yeah.
you first as you are, as a person. Yun. Tapos siguro to address why carers ba or yung family,
Yeah.
no? Sometimes nasa-shock. Yeah, we can be shocked kasi grabe, drastic yung mga changes, ganyan. First siguro, we can yung what Atsi says, kanya, I notice, no? Like, notice or curious mang furious na. Ang patlet song mga house chores lo, di ganyan. Parang, before you get furious, maybe you try to get curious.
Yes.
What's happening? Na-notice ko ganito, no? So, yun. And, medyo mahirap, pero yun, parang kung may time, no? Like, offer time, offer space, offer yung practical helps, like for example maybe cooking or go out kayo together,
Yeah.
sama sila somewhere. And what pastor shared kanina, no, the accountability and communities
Yeah.
helps so much.
Yeah.
Kasi realize na hindi sila alone, or hindi pa pwede mawala right now, we still have a meeting, kita pa kami ng friends ko, ganyan. So there's always something to live for pa kahit you don't feel it right now.
Yeah.
Yun. And sometimes paano ba, feelings are not always factual, no? It may feel very true, but it's not necessarily true about you, especially yung mga negative and destructive feelings and thoughts.
Yes,
Yan.
yes.
And syempre yun, there's hope talaga beyond the condition, and that does not define you as a person.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Iris. Ate Christina.
We often hear about suffering. Suffering, the topic of suffering often gets preached, but we seldom hear about the theology of healing. How does healing happen? Life is full of futilities. No matter how good you are, no matter how forward-thinking you are, there are things in life that you will realize outside of our control. What's our response? What's a biblical response to life's futilities? What's a biblical response to life's losses? Is lament. If we understand biblical lament, then we know that how healing would happen. Okay, in the 1960s they did a study of juvenile delinquents, and what they found out is every single of those who committed some of the most heinous crimes, they don't have tears. At some point in their lives, they stop crying. Tears are given there for a reason. Okay. And so if we can find, again, God's design for tears, for tear ducts, and the pathway of healing through lament, we should be able to, prevent itong what we call mental breakdown. We will get hurt. We will be depressed, but we will be able to bounce back. So that's something that for us to think about. The Lord knows that life is hard, but He has also given us the pathway to healing. And if only we can spend more time reflecting on that, rather than reflecting on how people see us, what people are expecting of us, how we fare in comparison to our friends, then we will be more equipped to face life and face it courageously.
Boksu, how do you think our relationship with Jesus can help conquer these increasing mental health problems? Yeah.
Whether you're a Christian or not, we're all regular people. Regular people get sick physically, sometimes emotionally. Regular people get healed physically, sometimes emotionally. The Lord Jesus Christ is the healer. Sometimes He heals through doctors and medicine. Sometimes He heals through counselors and psychiatrists who belong to His family. Avail of all the resources He has placed before us. there are some very good Christian counselors and psychiatrists around. The Lord uses them to heal and to bless. Don't hesitate to avail the resources of the Lord because Jesus heals.
Thank you for joining us today in our discussion. We hope we were able to enlighten you in some of the issues you are currently facing. If you have any comments or suggestions, please drop us a note in the comment section below. We would also like to take this opportunity to invite you to come and worship with us every Sunday here at Jubilee Evangelical Church. We have English services at 8:30 a.m. and 10:30 a.m., Amoy service at 10:30 a.m., Taglish service at 2 p.m. You can also join us online through our FB and YouTube channels at 3 p.m. For more information, you can visit our website at jec.com.ph. Thank you and God bless us all.